Ever wonder why so many houses, plots of land, commercial buildings just stay empty? Roll the intro. Welcome back, everybody. So nice to see your smiling faces. If you're new here, welcome. My name is AlexBeltran, and I talk about tricks, tips, techniques, and everything real estate lifestyle. So, if you're in the real estate business, aspiring to be in the real estate business, or you just want some guidance or references to everything that the real estate industry encompasses, go on ahead and smash that subscribe button. Let's jump into it. There seems to be this phenomenon of empty properties, plots of land, and even commercial space just sitting there, literally rotting away. And you must be asking yourself, why would anyone buy real estate and not utilize it? Now, real estate as a whole happens to fall into a funny psychological category because it's everywhere. We live in it. And I think that collectively we forget that these buildings are investments because we utilize them so often. Every time you step into a building, you're literally stepping into someone's investment portfolio, which is very different than any other type of investment. I mean, it's not like you're physically stepping into your own 401k or anyone else's for that matter. But those are the key words: investment portfolio, meaning that they're meant to make you money. So how does empty real estate make money? Well, the simplest answer is appreciation and value. The real estate market, historically speaking, is always going up. Markets in their simplest forms are dictated by supply and demand and inflation. Yes, I know that there are other factors, but I'm keeping it very simple so that everyone can follow along. Real estate as a whole tends to do a lot better than investment funds or interest rates offered by banks, making it a very smart investment. And this is exactly what empty properties are relying on. Every local real estate market is different. Not all land is going to increase in value, so all bets are off on all that prime real estate near Chernobyl. I mean, once all the radiation dissipates within the next couple thousand years, then maybe? But that's not within my lifetime, so it's not an investment I'm willing to make. What I do know about real estate is that what is old will one day be new again. That empty, dirty lot will one day be turned into a brand new apartment complex or a grocery store. That derelict house down the street will one day be refurbished and will be sold as a great starter home. Regardless of what it will turn into, it'll just skyrocket in value. Or at a bare minimum, the house will just rise with inflation. Your money's just literally sitting there in a form of a physical aspect that, generally speaking, outperforms the stock market. Everyone has heard this saying that the best time to invest was 10 years ago. The second best time is now. This method works in pretty much all the real estate markets. The difference usually is how long this process will take place. If you happen to have a property that is sitting just outside a city that is expanding, then you're going to get your money a lot quicker than a property that is hundreds of miles away from the nearest metropolitan area. In layman's terms, the closer you are to the city center, the higher rate of return that you will see on your investment. Why? Because location, location, location. And then on the flip side, there are markets that no matter what will always rise in value. London, New York, Singapore, Monaco. Park your money in these markets regardless of what type of real estate it is, and you will see a massive return on your investment. And this happens for a variety of reasons. Relaxed tax laws like you see in Monaco, or exclusivity like London and New York. Yes, even these markets fluctuate, but they break price records all the time. If you decide to rent out your space, you are making an astronomical amount of money, otherwise known as capital gain opportunity. Just look at Bishop's Avenue in London, otherwise known as Billionaire's Row. It's mansions just literally sitting there, rotting away, not a single cent invested in their upkeep. And yet, when the owners decided that they want to sell that property, they're going to sell it at a massive profit. If you would have bought one of these houses in the early 90s, the average price point at that time was about $1 million. Adjusting for inflation, that's just short of $2 million. That same house, if you fast forward to today, is worth upwards of $12 million without a single penny invested into it. I mean, other than property tax. Now let's just say that the homeowners do decide to bring that house back up to perfect condition. A house in 2015 sold for 85 million pounds, or roughly about 132 million US dollars. Now, I'm not condoning trespassing by any means. It's illegal. Don't do it. But there are videos on YouTube that have done the trespassing for you. They walk through those houses and show you the state of disrepair that they are currently in. Buying real estate is a great way to protect your money, especially in the United States. That's why so many foreign investors are investing as much as they can into the American real estate market. Real estate, historically speaking, is the best investment that you can make. I know I said this already, but it doesn't make it any less true. So you must be telling yourself, yeah, great. The rich get richer. Big deal. What does that mean to me, the average person? It means start investing. Purchasing property is a lot easier than what most people think. But you have to get started. You know your city. You can see where your city is developing and in what direction. If you want to know more, just go to city planning and ask what projects are in the works. It gives you more information, and that way you can strategize your next purchase. But start, or as Nike says, just do it. Not sponsored, by the way. I highly doubt that they would ever sponsor a real estate agent. Regardless of how small it is, do it. You may get pushback from some naysayers. Buying real estate isn't worth it. You're gonna lose everything. You don't know what you're doing. They hate like it's their job to do so. If you don't know, learn. You can send me an email filled with all of your questions for free. You can watch my videos for free. You can watch Bigger Pockets videos, which have some great videos on how to invest in real estate for free. Shout out to Bigger Pockets. You can pick up a book on how to invest in real estate. This just so happens to be written by Bigger Pockets. It might cost you a little bit, but it's an investment. Naysayers are afraid of change. They are scared of the inevitable. Change happens all the time, whether you like it or not. The people that are too scared to change often get left behind because the future belongs to those who adapt the quickest to the situation at hand. I hope that this video inspires one person to purchase an investment property, or at least to open your eyes and set the wheels in motion to do so. So question of the day, what real estate market do you currently live in? New development, refurbished homes, buyer's market, leasing market? Go ahead and answer in the comment section down below. And that's it for this video, folks. So if you found this video informative or entertaining, go ahead and smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. As always, feel free to contact me with any questions you may have. Go ahead and give me a follow on Instagram to keep up to date with everything that I'm doing. Catch you guys next week. Peace.